Hey YouTube, it's Wake Angel 2001, and I am fulfilling a little obligation to a fan who decided to help me out a bit. So, oh dear, yes. So, a fan of mine, going by the name of Andrew, said that he wanted to help me out a little bit, and he sent me a little care package. It's a very ordinary sized box, which I'm keeping mostly off camera because his address is on the top of it, you know, thing with addresses. And it's a nice little thing that he sent, something that can be very useful for, you know, me. Of course, there is a letter in here. Hi, Angel. I'm not sure how often you receive gifts, but your content has been more than one to me. I discovered your customs at 4 years old, and they inspired me to create many custom figures and dioramas. Your content lit the spark that ignited 11 years of painting projects, custom figures, and cardboard worlds for me. Ah, that takes me back. I used to love doing that stuff when I was a kid too. Do good by these 3 figures, and remember you've touched hearts. A forever viewer, Andrew. That's very kind of you, and like, way to make me feel old, because I remember being in this for quite a while. Like, my YouTube channel is about 15 years old, and I think I made my first custom figure, my first real custom figure, right after I got out of college, so I was roughly 22 or so. So, yeah, that's about 15 years of this. Like, as long as this guy's been alive, like, when this guy was 4 years old, like, some of my earliest childhood memories are of 4 years old, so literally as far back as I'm able to remember. And, I've actually been doing this custom toy thing longer than he can remember, because he only remembers 11 of those 15 years. Oh boy. Okay, enough. If I keep on talking about that anymore, I'm gonna, like, my hair is gonna spontaneously turn gray during this recording. So let's just go ahead and take out what was in here. So this is a little care package of some figures that he had, which he had tried to customize in some way or another in the past. But you know, for some reason it didn't work out as customs, or he doesn't want them anymore. But they're still intact enough that they can be used for something else. For example, here's a Super Silver figure. I think maybe my ring light is oversaturating. Let's bring a little bit. Yeah, basically it's a silver that's been painted over with a pearlescent white layer. I think he was trying to go for a glossier, like, aura look, kind of like that premium paint job that the Sonic Heroes Super 3-pack had, you know, the Target release. But yeah, other than that, it's a perfectly intact Super Silver figure. All the joints are solid, all the parts are here. This could totally be used to make someone else's custom. So, yes. Continuing on, this one's in a sandwich baggie, which I might use to store all these figures until next time I need them. Because it is an Espio. It looks like the horn from his face has come out, although you could theoretically glue that right back in, but, you know, just in case. Aside from that, this is a perfectly intact Espio figure. It's not been painted, the joints are all intact, so yeah, if I reattach that horn, then this could just straight up be an Espio. And it's the original version of Espio, the one that had the jutsu gesticulating hand, and he doesn't have the swivels, but because he doesn't have the bicep swivels, his arms are much better proportioned. Because, like, I don't know how many of you remember, but the original Espio the Chameleon figure is this, but they did a later re-release when they introduced the improved articulation with bicep swivels. Except for some reason on Espio, they used the same part to make his forearms as they did to make his shins, which gave him really long, gangly monkey arms, which was really weird. In fact, I still have my Espio figure up there. Maybe a little bit dusty, but you can see how long that arm is compared to, you know, this one's, you know? Also, that one had holding thing hands, but it didn't have a gesticulating ninja hand, so it is of course inferior. Ninja. Ninja. That's what you call a ninja that has red hair. Let's see. I haven't unwrapped the other two because when I first received this package, I started opening it, then I realized, oh yeah, I remember who this is. I promised I did this unboxing. So now you're gonna get my uncensored reaction to them upon first seeing them, and ooh hoo hoo. Oh, this was an ambitious one. It looks like he tried to make a dark supersonic figure. Yes, except that it looks like he kind of gave up halfway. You know what? Given that there's a small chance that I just might straight up finish this. Like, I never actually made a dark supersonic figure before. May as well give it a shot, since I have here a supersonic figure that's too far gone to make into a regular supersonic again. Yeah, may as well see if I can do the whole dark supersonic thing justice. All right, let's test him out. I really like the idea of a dark supersonic. He only had literally a few seconds of screen time in the anime series, but you know, the Metarex Saga, like, despite the fact that that's the part that you can't find, at least not outside of the 4Kids dub, like, you know Sonic X is on Netflix now, but only the first 4 seasons? The Metarex Saga, i.e. the good part, isn't on. I know, people are varying on that opinions, but yeah, like, looking back on all the Sonic X anime, quite frankly, I think the Metarex Saga was by far the best part of it. The first season was kind of weak in that you're trying to introduce characters that everybody had already known for over 10 years at that point. Then you had the ones that actually adapted Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, except, like, I mean, if Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 were originally a comic book and then we were animating it, that would be good, but, you know, they were a video game. Like, making an anime adaptation from a video game, like I know some of the most successful ones are visual novel type games, but, you know, like, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Like, there's only so much you can get out of that. But then the Metarex Saga, oh man, it had its own original story, it had some new villains, it had great character development for the other characters other than Sonic, it had Chris Thorndike actually being useful instead of just, you know, a kid hanging on. That's some great stuff from the Metarex Saga. They really gotta to release the rest of the Metarex Saga either release the unedited Japanese version, or, like, you know, give us a proper English dub that wasn't done by 4Kids, because, like, there's parts of it that are censored, and, like, I hated the 4Kids censoring. I don't hate anime dubs. I actually do watch nowadays that anime is more respected in its as a medium. Pretty much all dubs made today are actually of quite good quality. I think the last bad anime dub I watched was the Shenmue dub. And even then, I'm not sure if that's a bad dub, or if they were voice acting like that on purpose to try and make it sound more like the Shenmue video game. But then again, like I said, anime is based off of comics, visual novels, or light novels. Those are good. Anime is based off of, you know, platforming video games. If all you're doing is retelling what we already did in the video game, it feels like a downgrade. That's just me. What happened to this Knuckles figure? I mean, it looks like he tried to paint it pink so it could be Super Knuckles, but, what did he use? And why is there a tissue stuck to the back of his head? Was he in the process of painting this, and then it kind of fell backwards onto a tissue paper he was using to wipe his brushes, and it stuck to the back of his head? This one's weird. Like, I feel like if I'm going to use this one to make a custom with, I would first need to see if I could strip this paint off, maybe with some acetone. Man, it's been applied really thick in some places. What is this? It's weird. Like, I've never seen a painted figure get like this before. It almost looks like he was trying to paint it with nail polish? Is that nail polish? No, it doesn't. I Can't be nail polish. What is that? It's weird. Never seen that before. But yeah, like I said, aside from the sloppy paint, it is still a perfectly intact Knuckles figure. All the joints are solid. So you know, there's things that could be done with this in the future. I could perhaps make a Super Knuckles figure, or someone's OC that has Knuckles' basic physique. Yeah. So that is, like I said, I'm putting them in the sandwich baggie. That is 4 figures, which, you know, like, I guess I've said more than once that the Jazzwares Sonic figures are getting really expensive to find online. Even those that aren't mint condition can still go for like $50 to $80. So, so you know, like, I really feel bad customizing like a figure that's made in really good condition. Like, it's still in good condition after all these years. Like, it's so expensive and so rare. I would much rather give it to someone who would appreciate it than, you know, cut it apart, repaint it, sand it. You know, like, I got my 3D printer for that now. I can use any figure base body and 3D print out the parts that make them look like Sonic characters these days. So, of course, for damaged figures, I will be more than happy to give them new life as somebody's OC. So, yeah, like, I'm not sure when I'm going to be using these right away, but they're here. They are going to be on standby in case I ever need, you know, custom fodder. And, you know, for Andrew, thank you. Thank you very much. Before I go, does anybody... I really did want to do a Sonic Boom vlog style series for you know, Sonic Prime, the new Netflix show. I was planning on doing one episode where I just did give a basic overview of the series, and then a series of episode by episode reviews or recaps. Are you guys still interested in that? Because the series came out December 15th. I feel like since it's been like 6 months, it might be a little bit past, but you know, like, do people care enough about my opinions for that? Because, you know, like, it would be relatively low energy videos to make, but, you know, I have been so busy lately. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comments. And also, I found somebody who made a 3D model of the tornado as accurate as possible to its original Dreamcast vision, which was available as a free downloadable model kit. You could basically print it out. I upscaled it so that it would have a wingspan of at least as big as my Lego biplane, and the main body of this plane took 25 hours to print, officially claiming the record for the largest thing I've ever 3D printed. Let's see. It was created on Thingiverse by Turbo Renegade. So if you want to go to Thingiverse and look up Turbo Renegade, then you can find your own. There was only one part missing. The propeller did not have a shaft. I made this shaft myself in Tinkercad, but the original thing did not have its own propeller shaft. But yeah, like, if you guys want to see a video on this thing where it's all painted up on proper, then let me know. I'll probably prioritize giving this thing a proper paint job. Alright, so thank you all for watching this video. This is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.